Hey guys, Sid here. Welcome back to 3 Mississippi. We've got some exciting new additions that just arrived at the farm today. The first of many more, I'm sure. But we also have another project that we're starting that actually has to do with those new additions, and it's going to require some fire to get it going. Now this is just a temporary brooder for this first go around. Eventually we're going to build a brooder inside of the chicken Fort Flux situation. But for now, we're just going to use this temporary situation to kind of get us going. But it's a good thing that we're doing this now, because sometimes Mike needs a little bit of prodding in order to get moving on a project. So now that the chicks are here, he's gonna be even more motivated by me nagging him to this weekend. We are breaking ground on the chicken coop, so I am very excited about that. Nice and warm on the bottom. We had him sitting on the seat warmer in the truck. Everybody made the trip. A couple of those ones, I'm gonna get them under the heat plate right away, because a couple of them felt a little bit colder. You can see by their behavior, they're a little bit colder. I'm gonna raise this up because these guys are tall. So we've got, I gotta check my list, but we've got some, I know they're chirping really loud and it's echoey in here, but we've got some, we're supposed to have some barred rocks in here, and I believe it was pearl cream leg bar. I'm gonna check my list here in a minute. Because I ordered these a couple weeks ago, and I had to change the order several times because of the availability for shipping, because this is not the normal season to get chicks. Obviously, we're here at the beginning of October. Not a lot of people are buying different breeds of chicks right now, but we wanted to get these guys started so that by spring, we would have at least a few birds laying eggs for our own use. Right now I've got them in here in the workshop, and I'm gonna close it all up, but they've got their little hot plate. I put one of the window screens, because I took the window screens off so I could clean the windows, and I'm actually using it as a cover here, just so, just in case, just to keep any critters that might have snuck into the workshop out. They've got their food, they've got their water, they're all huddled under the hot plate. I had let Will borrow my big hot plate, and I don't have it back yet, so I actually ordered another one that'll be here Friday, but they got here a little bit earlier. So I've got a few pearl cream leg bar. The other ones in there are supposed to be barred rocks, but they do not look like barred rock chicks to me. And I also was shorted a few birds, so I have a feeling I may have gotten some substitution. So I've emailed them to find out. But that's all right. There's still birds in there, so we'll see what we ended up with once they get back to me. But they seem happy enough in there. I'm excited to have little chirping babies again. And so far they were all alive and thriving when we picked them up at the post office. There were no casualties from the trip. They shipped out late Monday night. Today is Wednesday morning. They called me that they were here, and we went down and got them right away. So that was kind of exciting to have babies again. And now, because they're here, now the clock has really started on getting this coop going, which, as I mentioned earlier, that's kind of a good thing sometimes to kind of get us rolling. But because of that, it means we have to kind of shift some things around as to where we were going to do them. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about down here. We're going to go on a little walk. I've got Jen here still. She actually extended her stay an extra day because they ended up finding a house. So I'm excited about that. We're gonna have lots of projects with them too, I'm sure, in the future. But I'm gonna show you guys right here. I'm gonna flip this around. So right here on the other side of this fence line, if you'll notice, it kind of gradually, trying to do it so you guys can see, it kind of gradually slopes down right here. And so putting the footings here would be tricky because we'd really have to level this, and we don't really want to do that. We wanted to be able to still have the view of the pasture through those trees there for a couple different reasons. One, because it's pretty, and two, because we like to just be able to see if there's anything over there. It kind of gives us a little bit of a straight shot view to the very far end of our property on the main pasture here. So that was kind of our thinking. But if you look over here, we've got, you know, the overhang where the equipment is from the shop. Right now that horse trailer's here, but it won't be here much longer. And then this was going to be the temporary garden, if you recall. Mike was going to just plant some garlic here, just a few things just to have this year until he gets the big garden going. But he's decided that we're going to go ahead and, because this ground right here is a lot flatter, there's going to be a 24 by 24 pen that basically starts from the edge of where that garden is all the way down here to this edge. This is my little graveyard where from the birds that I lost, I buried them here. So they'll be underneath our coop. But with that, we're going to go ahead and burn all of this, burn the weeds out, burn some of the trash out. He's going to use some of that good dirt that we've got it going in there to start his garden, which is going to end up over there behind me back there, which gets actually better sun, I think, than this spot for him, for his purposes. This spot is half in shade most of the time. So I think this is actually going to end up in the long run better for him and better for the birds because they will have a little bit of shade here naturally. So that's good too. Jen and I are moving the rest of the boxes that are emptied over here to this pile behind me so that we can get it burning and get that space emptied out so that we can, so much going on these next couple days. We had Jen here like all week, but we're going to be playing catch up, and Mike was actually sick for a couple days, so kind of threw us off a little bit this week too. We were supposed to go get the new tractor on Monday. There was a problem with that because he was trying to find out about the rest of the attachments that he needed so that we could roll it all in together. So I think we're going to end up getting the tractor either tomorrow, which is Thursday, or Friday. And then that way we'll have it Saturday so we can start digging this out and getting it ready for doing the footings of the concrete, for getting the actual bird enclosure going. And I am so excited about that. That is our first big project here. Of course it would have to do with birds, and I'm excited. All right, got my lighter fluid. I'm gonna start this project. I'm so excited, guys. This is really the first step. The first step in getting this ground ready for leveling it out and making everything happy. Hard to do with one hand though. Just spraying it with lighter fluid. Burn all these old tomato plants. I found a nice piece. Let's get this bad boy lit. Light it in a couple different places. This is how forest fires start, kids. This feels very weird for this California girl to be out here lighting fires in the weeds. I'll tell you what, but I'm not mad at it because it's gonna make this area perfect for what we need. Woo, look at it go. Woo! It's going. It's not windy at all today, so it's a good day to do this. Mike decided I couldn't have all the fun. He's out here with the lighter fluid now, doing what you're not supposed to do with lighter fluid. We got quite the inferno going now.
Huh?
Look at that. Looking good. It's putting off some heat too. I'm rethinking the sweatshirt. So that went quick, guys. Like it was like crazy raging inferno, and then it's pretty much almost done here. It's gonna be hot for a while, obviously, but burned out those tomato plants that were dead. Burned out all that stuff, huh, babe?
Yeah, and put some good potash into the dirt. So I'm gonna pick these logs up with the pallet forks, move them down somewhere else, and then I'll scoop all this dirt up, put it back inside of them down there, and make a garden box down there somewhere. And then this will be cleared out, ready for the chicken coop.
Nice. So there it is. Pretty much burned out now. We're just watching the last little bit of it kind of burn. Hopefully if we get that tractor delivered on Friday, Saturday we can start hitting that hard and get that all ripped apart and moved around. You know your birds are really comfortable and happy when they're being really quiet and when they're on top of the heating plate. I'll show you guys. They're all jumping on top. They're so cute. I just love them. I missed having chicks this spring since we knew we were moving. You know, obviously I didn't do any bird orders and I didn't let any of my ducks hatch any babies out. I didn't incubate any. We didn't do any meat birds. They're so cute. And I love these hot plates, guys. You know, they're a relatively newer thing in the scheme of things. You know, everybody was doing heat lamps for ages and ages, and these hot plates are really great. You know, I've used them for several seasons now. I've got a bigger one that I mentioned my buddy Will's got right now, and I've got a bigger one on its way. I might have to move that one bird closer to the other side, see if it perks up. He's kind of, I don't know if you can see it way under there. He's doing that thing where they close their eyes, never a good sign. That one was a little bit colder when we got here. I'm gonna try to move them a little further under the lower part of the plate. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. I'm excited. This is the first step to getting that coop built for the birds. I cannot wait. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to check back for more progress because this is the current project. It's gonna take a minute. We'll see y'all on the next one.